Hello friends, welcome to Shiksharthi. So in previous session we learned the lookup and lookup functions and all. So in this session we will learn about some data validation techniques. What is goal seek, how to apply filters, what are the uses of filters, and we will learn about data tables. So let's start. So first let's start this session with what is a filter. So basically filters are used to filter a large amount of data sheet like this when you want a certain data sheet. So using these filters makes your work very easy to find something specific in this Excel. So all you have to do is select the top cells, go here and click this create a filter. That's it. By clicking this, now you have a filter that is on process on all the data that is present in this sheet. To check this, see, since 238 there is a filter that is applied. So what is the use of this filter? I will show it now. So if you see this, there is something on top of every column. There is a thing called this. Using this, you can sort or do whatever you want. You can, since now the sorting is on the countries A to Z. So if you want, you can make it sort by continent A to Z, starting with Africa, Asia, however you want. And if you want a particular continent, then you can click clear and you can check whatever continent you want. If I click Asia, then all the countries, just the countries in the Asia continent will show here. You can even want, if you want all, then just click once again, select all, click OK. Once again it shows all the continents. If you want to change it to the previous, however if the sheet is, then once again go to country and click sort A to Z. It's easier. So what is the use of filters? Use of the filters is sometimes shows the data which only needed for you. Then you can copy that data to another sheet or however you want. So this is one of the and most basic use of filters. So if you don't want this sorting and all, you can directly do sorting everything in, you can do all this sorting in the format section as well. But doing sorting here, doing here makes you whatever you want. Here if you add, sometimes if you want, once you applied filters, sometimes just add this free space until 2 rows. So now your sheet looks very professional and very good by adding this free space. You can see the top row will stay as stationary and only the bottom rows will move, making it very useful for you to make use of the filter. So now after this, next thing I have to say is goal seek. What is goal seek? Goal seek, the name itself indicates, it helps you in attaining something useful. Let's say if you are having something called 2 and here we have a value 4. So now if you apply a formula called, let's say you just add these both, it will come 6. So basically you can do, if you want to make this a value 10, then you can directly change it to 8 and get a 10. Since this is a simple and easy calculation, you can do that. But what happens if you have some long and bigger calculations? What will you do at that time? So that is when goal seek comes into the table. Goal seek is basically, it's not in the Google Sheet. All you have to do is go to add-ons, click add-ons, go to add-ons and click on get add-ons. After going into add-ons, just click goal seek. Once the goal seek came, just click it and click install this goal seek. Click this goal seek and install it. Once installed, it will show here on your add-ons goal seek. So now open the goal sheet. After opening goal seek, it happens to appear here as well. So set cell, set cell. So here that one we have to find is this. So here the cell we have to find is G8. So to value, let's say 15. By changing value, you have to say G6. Okay, since there is some little problem with goal 6. Okay. So next thing, there is something I have to show you. So since that feature is not present in Google Sheets, we'll move that one topic in Excel. So the thing that I want to show you on Excel is, in Excel we have a feature called in data, in what if analysis, that is called data table. So this is one of the useful features. So I want to show you what is this feature and how it is useful. So for that, let's go into data table and let's take two values 2 and 4. So when provide a formula, just multiply these 2 and 4 and you will get 8. So now we got 2 into 4 multiplication. So right now I want a lots of numbers multiplication. Then all I will do is I'll go and give 2 numbers for a row and a column. So now after completion of this, just give, after giving rows and columns, just leave this top left corner free and just give this as reference as the cell that where the normal calculation is carried out. Now click this range, go to what if analysis and click on data table. Now the row input cell here will be the first value, the column will be the second value. So click OK. Then Excel directly produces all the calculations using the formula you used in this cell. So if you just make it plus, then it will just add all those. So whatever the thing you do here, let's say if you do B3 divided by B2, let's say, then it just divides. So whatever the function in here, the data table changes the value as per the function. So using this data table makes you find values for a lot of numbers. So but this feature is not available in Google Sheets. So whenever it's not available, we can try it on Excel. So we are done with the data table. Now let's come to goal seek once again. So if this goal seek doesn't work, let's check how to do goal seek once again. So next thing is, if you want to do goal seek, now just go to set cell. So all you have to do is click this, and the first cell is cell of the target value. So whatever the in which cell you want to get the target, so click the cell. Next, to value, let's put a value 15. By changing cell, J6. Now if you click solve, it will directly solve and give the value of what you want in the cell. So it just randomly assigns whatever values you want, and it will just make appear the value you want to find. So this goal seek is much useful to find a value of a particular cell at a particular point. So what you want to do here is, when you want to change a single value, you can use goal seek. If not, then you can go to data table. But in the end, both are very much useful while doing data validations. So now one of the last and most important thing we will discuss right now is filter. filter is done, so it's slicer. So slicer is mostly same as the filter. Clicking on slicer will just give you more options, and it just just same remind on contrast to filter. Slicer just slices off all the things that you have done, all the filters. Let's check how a slicer works now. So once just change the range to here B2. So once you select the range, now it's available that the slicer has all the information. If you check the slicer, then if you find it's just the same as filter, but the slicer appears on separate tab. So when you click this, you can clear it, and whatever you want you can just check it. You can just click the value that you want to use, and directly you can change the values that you want. And you can only, if you want, go to edit slicer, and you can change the column whichever you want. Click the continent, close this, and next. Select all is just same as the filter. Now it will only show the values with the Asia. Why the main thing is using in slicer is, if you copy these two, paste here, only two will appear. But while you did do this in filter, then you will get all the values in between. So this is how a slicer works. So the only difference between slicer and filter is same as you saw now. So if once you change, once you obtain whatever the values you want, just a minute. So once you get what you want in a slicer, all you have to do is you can customize the value. Let's say you just select, to clear all, just select Asia, then you can change that to whatever font. You can change the font, or whatever you want you can change the font, and you can even add colors to the filter, however you want. So customizing this just make easier. Rather than filter which you want to click on a row, you can directly work on a different place rather than disturbing this main format. So using these techniques, you can work with large data, using how to validate the data, how to take the data into serial terms, and how to make data in a particular, how to arrange the data. These are all useful in that, and how to obtain some value. So that's it for this session. So in next session, we will find about some formatting and conditional formatting, and how pivot tables work. Those two are also very much important while working with large data sets. So please go through this video once again and visit the website and attempt the quiz in the website. Thank you.